that way a bit. Just skinning a rabbit, mate.
Yeah.
But if someone comes on, we'll just fucking act like it's the first episode of the podcast. Fucking. That's what I want it to be, anyway. But yeah, the other cartoon idea is fucking a bunch of cats. So a guy gets about with a box of cat biscuits, shaking it around an estate, and luring the cats over, becoming all friendly and with them. And then if like time passes, you see time pass, he does this a lot, and then he comes back early one morning, does it, gets all the cats parked, puts them in his car, and then goes and parks in a car park with no shade on what is going to be visibly the hottest day of the year. You read the paper and that, see, he gets excited the day before, goes and collects all the cats, parks them in a car park, and then you're just going to be watching him sitting in a cafe, just basically going,
letting the cats
then going and getting another brew, and then it gets to about 6:30, 7:15 in the evening, he's like, gets visibly excited, mate, jumps up, runs to the car, and all the cats are obviously dead inside, and he's just going to look at it and be like, and then he's going to sit down and have a cig or something. That's the plan. But I think I'm going to make it more about the person, so it's not just loads of different people.
Yeah, make one person, do you know what I mean?
Then you can connect with him and be like, yes, this guy's fucking mental. Plus, I've been sharing the video to pages as well, so we might eventually get a load of abuse. So,
I can see that. Yeah. I can believe that.
It happens sometimes, but people are good. They start to defend you on it. Like, yeah. But no one's watching. I think it's because I've been away for a week. So, fucking no. Yeah. What are you going to be up to anyway? Oh, these are on t-shirts and that, man.
Are they?
Yeah.
Legit, I would legit buy a fucking t-shirt with one of these on.
Which one? These are the ones I've put on because one of my favourite ones is this one.
I think I might get the pussy in boots. I might have to get the pussy in boots.
It's the bumhole, innit? That does it.
Innit? Like that. Just why censor that part of the cat?
Innit?
Like no one's looking at that part of the cat.
Just the bumhole. Not the nipples. I like how they're human as well. Like they've not got like 6 nipples.
I could definitely see like Tom wearing a t-shirt with that or that on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I've listed these on TeePublic under gay, LBGT.
Yeah,
and
Q plus and all that.
Yeah, I think I might have missed off the Q plus.
It doesn't really matter. It's just like it's a new.
I don't want to offend anyone.
No. As long as it's LGBT, it's just like LGBTQ plus is now how they're branching over everyone. Because queer is anyone that that's gay, bi, stuff like that, and then plus is for everything in between. Basically, they put the plus in there to cover anything that hasn't been included, so no one can say that they weren't included. But it's smart. Like it does make sense.
You get the cataphiles as well, then, in that plus, I guess, don't you?
Yeah.
The bestiality people.
God.
Which I'm imagining a lot of these people.
Yeah, I can imagine it might be
upsetting. Going to buy these.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, it's brave to wear it outside and be into your, fucking.
It wouldn't be something I'd wear outside. It'd be one of them t-shirts that you wear when you're so distraught.
I'd wear this outside. Like a
I don't know whether I would. It depends where I'd be going.
It.
If I was coming to the studio, yeah, definitely. If I was going to the pub, maybe. Depending on what pub.
Depending on what pub. Innit? Right, I'm fucking finished doing that.
If you definitely wanted to make friends and start conversation with randomers.
Well, start conversations with random. I don't know if it will make friends. But
no, start conversation.
Yeah. Then it's very much down to your own charm and if you can duck a punch.
Innit?
I would imagine then. And the beauty of it is people don't know what we're on about because no one's been looking.
I think they're
that's why they're here. She's popping in today, so I might have her sit here and have a little chat about it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, bless that. Like when we went on that night out.
You were fucked out your mind, mate. You were chatting shit.
Yeah, I was like, I'd had a smoke.
I guessed, because you seemed fucking puddled. You're just there like that.
I was drinking as well. Like, no, because I don't. It was weird though because I don't normally get drunk that quickly. I'm a bit more of a heavyweight than a lightweight. But I think it's because before we left I had one can and then I downed a can just before we left after having a smoke. So I was all fine. And then Louise went, "Are you okay?" I went, "No, I'm not. But let's see what happens." And then she gave me that tiki fire. Oh, for fuck's sake.
These are what's on t-shirts, pillows, stickers, iPhone.
I would definitely get some stickers because I will stick them everywhere.
Fucking.
Because imagine walking around and seeing that on a sticker, you'd be like, "What is this?
Yeah, where is that? Who's got out of the way to make this?"
No, but it's one of the things where you'd see it and then you'd move on with your life, and then like a year later, you'd just randomly remember it and be like, "What the fuck was that about?"
Yeah,
like,
I wonder if that's still there.
Yeah, or you'd be like, "Did I make that up?" Like, you know, have you ever seen something and then like, as a memory, as you get older, you're like, Is that real? Or did I just
have
imagine that?
the memory of constantly seeing numbers everywhere.
Mm.
Like everywhere I would look, I would see the same numbers. I would see 9/11.
Yeah.
Fucking everywhere. No matter if I looked at the time, fucking on walls, graffiti, getting off train stations, bus stops, buses, written in pen everywhere, written in pencil everywhere. That number, me.
I'm really
9/11.
See, I get really weird. I keep on getting deja vu in situations that there is no way I can have deja vu. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
you know
but
that
that's,
feeling of like.
I looked into this. Andy spoke about it on those conspiracy guys as well. It's it can be a form of brain damage. So your brain's not getting enough oxygen. So what happens is your memories are getting put to, instead of getting put into the short-term memory centre of your brain, it's getting put into the long-term memory centre because there's not enough oxygen for whatever reason getting to your brain. And that's what some people think deja vu could be.
That's right.
So that's why one of the guys on that was saying he took far too much ecstasy and basically he was overdosing. But he kept going, I've seen this before, and everyone's going, no, you're close to death, mate. You need to calm down and relax. He's like, but you've said this to me before, and like, yeah, we have kept saying this to you before.
5 minutes ago?
But we don't keep walking through that door. You just keep thinking every time something's happening.
You've done it before.
It's all happened before. Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Innit?
I'm gonna go get a drink because I'm fucking gasping and I'm boiling. Do you want one?
No, I've still got some of this Red Bull. I went and gripped a jar of coffee and all because someone fucking nicked me jar of coffee from there months ago. I bought one and then with about fucking 2 weeks it was gone. It was like half full and it was gone. I went downstairs, not downstairs. Someone must have just took it and took it home. Like, oh, I'll have it, you know. Fucking.
I'll go to Tesco around the corner.
And it was cheap as well. It was proper cheap coffee because I thought no one will nick this. I didn't
Yeah,
know it was.
I do that. You buy the cheap shit because you think they'll nick it and someone still nicks it. You're like, well, that was a good attempt, wasn't it?
Someone's like, oh, yeah, I'll have that. Because no one's going to want that, are they? Who's going to want the cheap coffee? I'll just take that home with me. Fucking. Yeah. Don't know who it was either.
I was on Etsy, found your stuff.
Did you?
As soon as I type in taxidermy, your stuff comes up. It's
Does it
great.
actually?
Yeah, legit.
Yes.
And not being funny, a lot of my friends back home
Yeah.
that I've shared your stuff to, they've been like, oh, I've seen this before. So it does get about, people do see it.
That's it.
But I've seen something, and there's some woman doing like taxidermy BDSM stuff.
Yeah, they've been doing that for quite a while.
Yeah, I seen that and I was like, okay.
I was worried that came from my idea, but I think they'd started it before me.
Yeah.
Because I came up with the idea of interspecies erotica. Which
But it was still
I
like a
thought
little bit, it was cool, but it was at the same time, it's a little bit like, fair.
Yeah. But it's got them beady eyes to it, hasn't it? They've got the beady eyes on them, which make them look fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Which is cool, you know, it's what you want, I guess.
No, it's cool,
You go
but
to a fucking like BDSM party. Not that I've ever been to one, but I imagine, you know, a lot of people there are going to have them sort of eyes with like, you know, you're just meat.
it's a little bit weird though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good though.
But I like stuff that makes you kind of go, I don't know how I feel about that. That's what I like. You know, the people like things that push to where your boundaries are. I don't know.
Yeah, stuff that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Isn't it? Like the uncanny and all that lot. Like the stuff that don't really make sense.
Yeah. Well, my teacher at uni said it was everything I do is fucking, even everything I say is Dadaism. And I don't.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of get that because I did a lot of Dadaism.
I had to look up what that was in it, but I kind of agree, but without meaning to. And just
Well, that's the point of like that's even more Dadaism because I did a lot of my uni work. That's why I did a lot of my work on.
Is it?
Yeah, because I really like stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I like
That's
abstract collage. You kind of make you think about shit, weird as fuck, uncanny, don't know what the fuck's going on kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know the shit you can read about for hours and then look at it and still not understand what's going on.
Yeah,
Like that like that's what I like.
Them boys that did fucking loads of mannequins in Nazi gear.
Yeah. I can't remember what they're
Chapman Brothers.
called.
They were pretty cool. Their stuff. Weird but cool. Interesting anyway. Oh, fucking meaty bits of ears, mate. How much would it cost you to eat one of these?
Not enough money in the world.
A bit of rabbit ear jerky.
There is not enough money in the world.
What if I cleaned off the borax so it didn't hurt your insides?
Still not enough money in the world.
Not even with that yellow bit there.
No,
That yellow bit there is flavour. That's what
Especially with the
would
yellow
be.
bit. I can't even eat fat on a steak. Never mind that.
Oh, it's terrible. It's the best bit. The yellow fat on steak.
I'm only just starting to get to a point where I can eat it, but I can only eat it when it's like in the middle of other meat. I can't like my.
They're the better steaks anyway.
Yeah. But you know, no, like I have to,
Really?
even if there's a bit on the side, I have to cut it up and then like sandwich it between two other parts of the steak. Otherwise, I can't. The texture weirds me out.
That's weird.
But I'm really weird about texture, so.
Fair enough. But I think I upset your friend as well when we had that night out.
What, Louise?
I don't know what her name was. I don't remember. I don't remember any of the
Long,
names.
dark hair, really tall, quite skinny.
Yeah, the skinny one. That
Yeah.
was in the middle. I think I pissed her off.
Oh, I don't care. I'm not a friend anymore.
Really?
Yeah, we fell out.
Mental.
I know.
They said I made a joke about lesbians and it didn't go down well.
Yeah, but she gets butthurt about everything. Like she can't take a
Fair
joke.
enough. So I
Like-
was saying that she said something about this person is miserable, but I'd already heard her say this person was a lesbian. I was like, that's why, mate. If a woman spends all of her time with only another woman, she's going to drive herself mental. She's not going to be happy. And then she's got fucking.
Yeah, she gets mad. But I can't be fucked with her no more.
Fair enough. I mean, that's gone out there for people to hear now.
I don't care.
You alright, Mickey? Used to work with Mickey at PC World.
Oh, okay.
He'll be sat in Costa now, eating probably bacon, an overpriced bacon sandwich, or he'll be sat in the back room. There's a weird delay as well, so there's like a 7 or 8 second delay.
No, fair.
So we see that, but they're see, look, there you go, about
No,
8
fair.
seconds. So people fucking say something, but then I have to go back and backtrack what I've said to come back to them.
Yeah.
And then when someone new joins in, it's very
Yeah?
much like I'm just sat talking to myself and insane.
Obviously not.
What a
Bum face.
bum face. Yeah, it's me.
So much for I'll only be 20 minutes.
I'm not sure fucking you.
My problem.
You got in a tattoo with me?
Why would you know?
Oh, because last time we were staying.
We're on live, innit?
Yeah,
So
we're on
this-
live by the way.
Oh,
Holly's the first person in the podcast without it being called the podcast. It's like a test, but fucking no one's watching.
I think we
apart
could
from
do a
Kathy
good
PC World.
podcast together. I
It
think
would
that'd
be-
be.
I
I
think
think
it'd
it'd
be
be
a
a bit
lot
of
of fun,
fucking. It'd be a joke.
We should find proper software to do it, get it out there. I'm going to start doing live. I'm going to start skinning foxes on Twitch. So Twitch might be a good place to
Yeah,
do
Twitch
podcasts.
is the way forward as well.
isn't Twitch only for gaming?
Yeah, exactly. So people
No,
are
but
going to
no,
look
not
at
really.
that
No,
and
no,
go,
no,
what
not
the fuck's this?
necessarily.
Picato's for art and creatives. But for the life of me, I can't find the fucking stream keys on Picato. I've followed the instructions, it's fucking not there. So I can't be arsed with it.
What is yeah, bunny rabbit?
Yeah, going to turn it into a cactus planter.
A what?
A cactus
a
planter.
cactus planter.
Oh wow! See, when I thought about you using the cactuses to make hybrids, I didn't think this was coming out of bunny rabbit ears. Nice.
Oh, no, these are my cactus.
Oh.
Not your ones. Your ones are down there in the shade, growing fucking furiously, trying to find the sunlight. They've got another week until they're going to need sunlight. But if you look at the new growth, from like there
Yeah,
to
you can
there,
see it's so.
and from there to there and there to there.
That looks like the creepy. That looks like a finger, like a really creepy finger.
It's fell this way as well. If anything, this is fucking cacti cruelty. Because you're
If it makes
supposed
you
to
feel
move
better, I
into
killed a
shade
cactus.
slowly. Fucking hell, that's hard to
Like
do. you know, as
literally,
well.
my mum bought me a cactus for uni because I wouldn't kill it, and then I killed it.
Oh,
It literally shriveled up and everything. Like that's the level of
just neglect.
yeah,
Pure
just
neglect
pure
there.
neglect. Like pure forgot I had a cactus.
Okay, so you are moving next week.
Am I really? Have they put the electrics in by then, have they?
He is coming in. Nick spoke to him on Sunday.
Yeah.
He will be staying at Nick's. He's travelling down from Brighton, and he'll be doing it on Tuesday.
Fucking hell, he must be a good electrician if he's coming all the way from Brighton.
I think it's just Nick's friend, so it's
Oh,
mates
fair.
rates.
Yeah. Fair
Like
enough.
50 quid a day.
Fucking hell. Sound.
So
That'd be good,
that
then.
means that the price will go up to 150 a month.
That's fine. Does that mean I've got to then pay a little bit extra for the months I've already paid?
How about
Or are we just leaving it for now and then from that point on?
we just do it that way, unless anyone else brings it up?
So,
Okay.
I was hoping that would be the answer.
What?
I was hoping that would be the answer.
Yeah, unless anyone else brings that up, just.
Yeah, sound. I
Yeah.
don't think Nick will mind.
Why are you looking at me like that? Okay.
You can't even look now.
I want to know about Zane.
We're on live. That's a
like-
private conversation.
Oh, okay.
Not that private, not like that.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not you.
Fair point. Not gonna lie. Did you?
What the fuck is that? Like, what? No. So yet again, I'm not you. I'm not a slut. Anymore. Grown up.
Did you?
No. Yet again, I'm not you. Stop thinking I'm going to live up to your standards.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good. Did you?
No. This is like the weirdest conversation I've ever had in my life. Like,
And it's going out to the world,
Yeah,
mate,
like-
potentially. Like, I've shared this video in some fucking weird groups. So there's going to be people potentially watching this at a later date going, good on her. Good on her for growing up a bit. But who's this mysterious bloke that must be making hand gestures at her?
just because you would do it wouldn't mean I would do it.
This is artwork good.
I guess, yeah.
Did you see it?
Pictures, yeah.
No, I've seen the picture.
Yeah,
What you
yeah,
see.
yeah, I've seen it, yeah. Yeah, I've seen what you've seen, mate.
Did you not go to his house though?
No. Yet
Back
again,
of
I'm
the-
not you. Yet
Back of the
again.
bins.
Not
Yes again,
Oh,
I am
God.
20. I'm a young girl. I can't put my like. There is some level of danger in that.
Oh, Christ.
You alright?
Fucking dusted rabbit dust, mate. Oh, back of me neck.
Do you want coffee? Do you want coffee?
No, thank you.
You want vegan? Vegan milkshake, strawberry.
Please. It's not vegan. It's lactose free. Well, it's soya.
Goat milk. Christ.
Oh, no.
Disgusting.
No, it is generally a vegan milkshake.
Yeah, I get that. That's cool. Yeah, because it's soya, which means it doesn't have dairy, but it's not specifically a vegan. It's soya milkshake. But when you make it vegan, it makes you sound. It sounds so pretentious,
Oh, okay.
Like a gimp.
isn't it?
Yeah. A gimp. What's this?
No.
Oh, is he a gimp?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why am I him? It's everything. I'm a dom.
Oh God. I
Not
don't
in
even
that
know.
sense, bro.
Oh.
Not in that sense.
Sense.
Not everything is about hitting your end away, mate.
Are you okay?
Some people
like,
are just gimps, just like muppets. I don't know what word you use down here. It's the equivalent of on fucking like Essex people seem to say the word. I think melt means gimp in there.
Oh yeah, melt. Like that's a bit of a southern thing as well. I've heard people down here say
Okay.
like melt down here,
You use melt.
like Bristol way
What
though.
do you use? What do you use to call someone a gimp or a muppet?
A
Someone
muppet.
who's sort of a fucking.
A muppet. Or
They're a bit of a
donut.
dick, but they're not a likable one.
Am I
They're a
not a
gimp.
likable person?
No, you're just a gimp.
What
But you are likable, but you're still. It's a hard word to explain.
No,
innit?
I get
It's
you.
hard
That
to
it's one of them
describe a
words.
colloquialism.
Innit?
Fucking. I'm not saying you're not likable. I'm just saying you're a bit of a gimp. That's all.
Great, thanks,
Yeah.
Jack. Google
There's
your
a lot
coffee.
worse things you can call you.
I'm not.
And a
after
lot
a
of things that would
coffee.
have been true.
Like?
I don't know. We don't want to. I don't know. I'm just chatting shit, mate. You should know me by now.
Incriminating.
Cool then,
Yeah.
so it's not incriminating.
We'll have no
No.
hate speech on live because I can't edit it out. None of that.
It's not incriminating. Cool.
No.
Okay, done.
I've already incriminated myself earlier.
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We're on about exhibition night.
How far did you incriminate yourself on the exhibition now?
Not that much,
Okay, good.
but enough. I didn't use specific words, but you knew what I was on about.
Everything was heavily implied.
Yeah. heavily
Allegedly, as long as we use the
No,
word
allegedly, we're
I
okay.
think we're okay.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, it's only about myself, so I'm the only person that would
innit? I don't know if you can be liable towards yourself. You can't sue yourself.
Yeah, because
But, I mean,
what, you just transfer it from one bank account to your savings account and then back
Yeah.
from your savings account
and then
to your normal account.
Well, I guess, but then you get all the fucking bad bits of a bank. Yeah, the fucking the tickler, the under tickler from the bank, where they're like, well, you can't be taking money out of this one into that one and back into that one, so we're going to take 25% of that.
Yeah, and then you'd have to pay cut fees, because what would you do? If you know that no win, no fees, and so the other person pays the fees.
And I got really stoned and decided to sue sober me. That's the sort of thing that I would probably have done as well.
I have thought about that a couple of times, when you
Oh.
get in a certain way, then you think, why did I stop doing this? Do you know what I mean? You get to a point where you're like, I hate sober me.
So if you made all of your arrangements with...
Yeah, they're now on T Public, mate. This
I
pile.
know, I
innit?
shared
The
it.
fucking did you?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
thank
I
you,
did.
thank
and
you.
congratulated Amanda.
Yeah, the fucking they look good.
The
Couldn't
black
do them
one
all.
looks good.
I've done them all in different colours. Some of them I was able to match the colours to these.
Yeah.
So, but you can pick any colour you want. So you can have it in fucking any shade of anything, mate.
I'm definitely going to be buying people birthday Christmas presents with this on. Like, legit.
Awesome.
You're going to
Legit.
make them into birthday cards as well, and Christmas cards.
Could do. I just need to get in touch with a company. I went to a card shop the other day and took loads of pictures of the backs of cards. So I've got companies to email now. The ones that like the googly eye stuff, because I want to send them fucking pictures of my shit as well. I'll be like, bang this on a card, people will buy it. But I probably need to do it in a more professional sense than
Then that on an
and
email.
be less intimidating.
Yeah, so you'll be moving here, and then we've got 2 other people who might possibly be moving into that
Is-
spot and that spot.
Is
so-
Kanchev?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought so. I tagged him on a thing, innit? Fucking
Kanchef and a girl called Lilu.
Lilu.
Lilu. or
Lilu.
Lilu.
You look at me every time like I'm going to know the answer.
I know.
I haven't been here. I have no idea.
I wanted to make a joke about inflatables, but I just let myself down.
How did you not get that?
I'm not sure.
He
Well,
wanted to
her
make a
name's-
joke about inflatables, but he let himself
Oh,
down.
okay.
Because her name's Lila. So,
Yeah, I can't pronounce the name. Could be
Yeah.
Lilo, Lilo,
Well, that's what I mean.
Lili, or Ling Lao,
whatever. I mean, this is quite
It's really hard to pronounce.
I'm not
Quite-
about the name, on the fact you didn't get that joke.
possibly racist. I'm not too sure. I don't know what the connotations of this conversation would be, but just gonna throw it out there, innit? Because it's a
Well, we are
bit
down
of a-
south, so it's the place to be racist, isn't it?
I guess. Yeah.
I'm not racist.
I'm sorry, what you said the other day that like was a little bit. If you'd said that to someone, certain people would have found that offensive.
I apologise.
I don't care why you put it. I'm not a person of colour.
I just. I
Doesn't
don't
offend
even-
me.
I don't even think it is like that racist. I looked it up.
It's not that racist, but it's patronising and it's kind of.
Let's end this here
Yeah.
We are on
because this could fuck everything. If someone just fucking joins you, like, I'm not racist, but you know that's.
No, I think it can just be misinterpreted with PC.
Yeah, no, PC is not like a good thing, though, is it? It's the divide and conquer strategy, Tom. That's how the lizard people are going to get us.
Yep.
I know
Maybe-
that
maybe-
you seriously don't believe in the lizard theory.
I don't
I question
actually.
if he
I don't. I've
believes
never
in-
said I don't believe in it. I find it interesting. There are certain things.
I'm not sure if I believe in it. I don't know if I believe the lizards, but I believe there's some fucking aliens. I don't believe they live in the other half of the
And
moon.
I agree. I believe in aliens, so lizards.
So,
I think they're somewhat in control, and I think the
I
world
think
is
it's-
Can we
probably...
not talk about aliens though? Because the more we talk about aliens, the more attention they pay to you, and it stresses me the fuck out. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like genuinely.
Then they would be here. They would be here, sat with me now.
No.
If that's the case, they would be all around me, mate.
Oh
They
my
would be
god, no.
everywhere.
It genuinely
What about the time? Then I think I've told you when I was listening to the thing about the time police,
yeah.
the people who dress in black with trench coats.
Yeah, the Men in Black kind of thing.
Yeah, but they're called time police.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about this.
And I looked out of the window here, where there's
Yeah.
only pain. You see through that little
Yeah.
ginnel over there. It was a man dressed exactly as they were describing him here. Not the adult voice.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I stared at him, and he looked back at me and smiled. I thought, oh well, I'm going home now. And then I went in there, got changed, came back, and he wasn't there anymore. Obviously, just walked away. You know,
But in your head, you're
but
like-
in my head, I'm thinking, Oh, well, that was a warning.
Yeah, that was.
You know, leave us alone, don't talk about us, but, you know, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't get your version though of aliens. The more you talk about them, the more they appear.
Well,
That's-
no, because when you think.
literally
That's
listen
not
to
from a
alien
theory about
stuff.
aliens, that's a theory about alternate dimensional beings which necessarily aren't on our plane or dimension. That's where
Yeah.
that theory comes from. So to call them aliens, most people would suggest it from another planet, but it would
Aliens
be...
could be anything that's not from this world. Like,
Yeah,
because anything that
yeah.
isn't of
all the
this dimension in
dimensions
this
and that,
world.
yeah.
Well, yeah, because.
But I know it's
They're
because
the
it
ones
comes from
that
it. Like,
supposedly
have
pay
you
you
seen The
attention.
Fourth Kind, the film The Fourth Kind?
No.
Nah.
Oh my god, it freaks me. Like, I had really bad insomnia at school, obsessed with aliens, went way too deep into the wormhole, will never find myself again. Like, literally lost myself for a bit. Got obsessed with aliens and all that crap. And then watched The Fourth Kind, and the idea of that is,
They do, Mickey. The aliens walk among us. This has took a turn, this.
yeah, like the whole, like, that's about alien abductions based on true events in a town in Alaska that has the highest alien abduction rate in the US, kind of thing. But the idea is, like, because she starts talking to them and investigating them, they go after her because in their eyes it's just like the more you talk about them, are they, if they're going to abduct someone, are they going to abduct a randomer that's completely sane and seen as normal, and they come back and go, fuck me, I got abducted by aliens, or are they going to take the person that talks about aliens all the time? Because then if someone that talks about aliens all the time says I got abducted by aliens, you're going to go, yeah, of course you did, duck.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Have you watched X-Files?
yeah, of course. Like, you're talking. I love X-Files. It's my favourite show.
See, I've only watched like
I've watched every
new
episode.
series and that, and a few of the old ones. I really need to get into
The old one's brilliant. A really
Oh,
good one. They
that's
do a cop. You know, Cops. The TV show Cops.
Hmm.
They do a crossover. It's brilliant.
I've not
It's
seen it.
amazing. That, like, I would definitely 10 out of 10 recommend that. If you don't watch any other X-Files, that was just.
What about Tombs though? And when Scully gets abducted and they find out, you know, that she's whatever. I don't want to give it away.
She carries
Well, if
an
she's-
alien though, doesn't she? Scully?
think-
Well, if he's watched one of the newest series, he'd already know most of the
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of hard to spoil something when you've already seen the ending.
It
Yeah.
sucks, doesn't it? Because like there's so much. The last two series were shit compared to like.
I know.
series 4.
I've seen some of the old ones in it, but I watched them as a kid and they used to fucking terrify me, mate. Alright, but though, see, this is a fucking weird thing to admit with other people fucking listening, but rather than just admitting it to myself in the mirror as I often do. Don't know why I said
We're all
that, but-
weirdos here, we're all eyes.
The fucking when I was a kid, right? I've got this fucking very, very clear memory,
Mhm.
and there was a night when I was somewhat under the influence where I wrote it all down as well and completely forgot about it. Then found it on my phone, maybe a year later, the whole description of it. And I was like, oh fuck, I must have really fucking fucked myself that night. Don't know what I did to fucking get to that level again, but anyway, I remember in the old house back in Broad Oak where I used to go upstairs. I'd be brushing my teeth, and then in the mirror I could see this thing that was, I would say about 6'3", 6'4" tall. 'Cause it was a bit taller than the door frame, but it would stand back in my bed. Well, it wasn't even my bedroom, that point, the box room. So say, like, bathroom is there,
Yeah.
box room here, stairs, my bedroom, mum and dad's bedroom there.
Yeah, I
right,
get that. Yeah, yeah,
to the
yeah.
hallway. I'm here brushing my teeth, looking in the mirror, and I could always see what looked like this figure of black hair, but and it would creep towards me when I was there. And I know that kids have an imagination, innit? And I obviously have some form of fucked imagination. My
Yeah.
brain's not right. But I could turn around and see it and make eye contact with it. And I fucking vividly remember it, mate. And I could see into its eyes and that, and its eyes were just like black, shiny. And had almost horns, like fucking black scales, big, large scales, mate. And it would just fucking walk towards me and then just stare at me. Ah, fuck.
Okay, that's really fucked up.
Yeah. But see, in my memory, I'm thinking it's 6'3", 6'4", but I remember it being about a foot taller than whatever I was at that time. So that's probably wrong. So I'm thinking of it now in my head, be a bit taller than me now. But it was a little bit taller than the door frame, but it would always come towards me, and I'd turn around and stare at it, and then eventually it would go. And I wasn't frozen or out while I was looking at it or anything like that. It was just.
That's pretty cool though, because if it was something, I don't know.
Well, if it was in my imagination, surely it'd disappear when I'm looking at it. Or my head would be trauma and my head would get rid of it regardless. But it was just really fucking odd, and I remember it really fucking vividly. Right,
But the fact you could turn around and look at it changes it.
Because it's
Because
not
it was
just in
something,
the
if
mirror,
it
it's-
was something bad juju, your body would be like, no, 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 like,
Yeah,
your body
yeah.
would just stay where it was and you wouldn't be able to move. But the fact you can turn around and look at it
Yeah.
makes it even weirder. Does that make sense? Because then it,
Are you ready to go in the shop? Because I'm going to open the door up.
yeah, I guess.
Or do you know what it
I'm here, and
is? It's your choice.
yeah, come on.
Now it's waiting on, didn't you? I did teach you all. And then you come back up and Twitch Jack or live stream him, and then you have more followers.
Fucking, we've got more alien talk, man.
Oh, aliens.
Oh, that was a disappointment, Mickey. It said see more and it was just to see dots. Surely we aren't the only ones. Somewhere another world exists with life forms. Come on, it's only logical.
Yeah, true.
It is
I was having
only
this
logical.
conversation
Yeah,
yesterday with last night with Zane because it makes no sense. It's really naive to think that in the entire universe this is the best evolution can do. Do you know what I mean? That's a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah.
like we're the best evolution can do.
Isn't it?
Nah, I'm
Well,
sorry.
Not even fucking evolution. You could fucking. A lot of stories suggest that we haven't been evolved. We've been created by stuff anyway. Even religion or
Well, yeah,
the
look at the
Anunnaki
2%.
story. and
Isn't there
stuff.
like 2% DNA difference between us and
Most other things in the
Yeah, in
planet,
it, like most
everything's been
apes
some
and stuff
form
like
of
that.
experiment. Well, even
And
a sea cucumber and a fucking cabbage,
yeah,
you share like 97 or 96% with. So that's a bit odd. But it's just
Yeah.
a genetic code. So imagine like a computer code that's made up of what, say, like fucking 20 different digits.
Mm.
DNA is only made up of 4: T, A, G, and C. I don't know what order they have to be in, but
yeah.
that's it. So if you imagine that as a computer code, then possibly all of this is just something else reading
Yeah.
what's been put into it, and it makes it into that. But I don't know.
No, it's true though.
Yeah,
I just think it's a bit naive to think that we're the only things in the world.
isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah.
it's a bit naive. It's
No,
just
it
like-
is. Well, not
it's
even in
very,
the world.
It's very narcissistic to think that we're the best thing, like we're the most evolved thing in the universe. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
fucking even the idea of infinite. That's the with infinity. Either infinity exists or it doesn't, innit?
yeah,
So it's one or the other. It can't be a bit of both because it doesn't work.
yeah.
So there's either fucking countless possibilities where there's loads of other things. My favourite, before you go, my favourite idea, right? Fucking look at this.
I'm coming back. I'm coming.
Right, imagine this is every universe that exists.
Yeah,
All these pieces of paper.
yeah,
Now, one of these is our universe, and what we'll do is one of these universes is a universe where bats
Yeah.
have become the dominant species, right? So that universe is there. Now, that if you rub your finger across
Yeah, it's
there,
got-
now,
it
you
has
feel
the-
that bump.
yeah. It has a ripple effect, doesn't it, on every?
Yeah, so that bat now, the idea of folklore of vampires and stuff comes from that universe bleeding into ours,
Yeah,
where that bat creature came here.
it's like
or
shadow
was visible
people.
here.
Like shadow people. That's
Don't know
kind of
what it
well,
is.
some like shadow people. Like it's like little things. Shadow people are like if you've ever been walking and you've seen something black in the corner of your eye, like someone stood there, or you've seen like if you've walked past trees and there feels like there's something stood in the trees but you can't quite see them, or like when it's dark and then you have blackness. Do you know what I mean? When there's
Yeah.
dark and then there's like
Proper
nothingness.
darkness, yeah.
Like that. There's different things about spirits, ghosts, all that stuff. But then there's also I think that it's other dimensions. It's a crossover. It's like you know how you get like static.
Yeah.
It's the static of another dimension when they're blurring.
Oh.
So all you're seeing is the
like in
background
that
noise
Doctor
of another.
Who series where all the Cybermen come through as ghosts.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, and
Yeah.
it's like that's what you see and stuff like that. So I should probably go
Yeah,
downstairs.
No worries.
Yeah.
We should do this again. We should
Definitely.
pencil a time in where we just sit here and chat shit to people.
Yeah, I think we could do that.
Yeah. So that's an idea of what the podcast could be like. Be pretty cool.